We are on YouTube. Good evening, everyone. I was here early, started on time. All right, let us do our check in. And I checked in today, Miss Carla. I used you today for motivation. I did. So I was cool, self-restraint, and I used humbleness. So I threw some great hearts up there this afternoon. I think I checked in at 4 o'clock, 4:30. Phones were kind of busy. They were not really busy, but the calls were really serious today. Why my pillow not buzzing? Why my pillow not buzzing? Wait a minute. Okay. My grandson has well, this is my pillow, not my grandson's pillow, but I got my daughter to get me one. It's a vibrating pillow. It's for sensory. And I love the feeling on oh yeah, my back. You throwing some yellow hearts up there today. We just out of sync. But today I felt cool and self-restraint, and I was so humble today. I was so humble. Uh, this was the first week that I was like, why are people calling this line today? Because what they were calling the line about was not what the line was for. I digress. I was here to assist and to help. So I had to be humble. Okay, I had to be very humble. Why am I dark over here? Why am I dark on? You had one last night at your job. So I threw up a one great heart. One great heart this afternoon that I threw up. I said, Miss Carter would be very proud of me. I was not frustrated. I was humble, cool, and self-restraint. I felt it. I did not match anybody's energy today. I didn't want anybody to match mine. I just put the shirt on. Let's go ahead and uh, see how everyone else is feeling today. If you are doing great, let's put up some red hearts out there. And I want to say again, I don't have over 1,000 followers on YouTube, on Instagram. So I am not, Cottage House is not on live on Instagram. I will figure that out in a minute. Maybe I will do, I will try to see if I can do something with switching some things around on my devices. But I am not on live on IG tonight as well again. I am only on Facebook and on oh, brain fart. Facebook and YouTube tonight. I'm not on IG tonight. On IG, it requires you, if you're doing any lives, to have over 1,000 followers. And I do not have 1,000 followers on my Cottage House page. So I am not on live on IG. So if you're doing great, put some red hearts up there this evening. If you're doing great, put some red hearts up there. If you are doing okay, this is blue. It's not purple, it's blue. Put some blue hearts up there if you're doing great, okay. If things are tough and you're struggling, green hearts. If things are tough and you're struggling, put some green hearts. I will reach out to you. I check my DMs every night, and in the morning I will reach out to you. This is purple. If you're having a hard time and wouldn't mind if someone was to reach out to you, that I would do. Put the purple hearts up there. This is the broken emoji heart. If you're really in a really dark place, this is the purple. This is the red emoji broken heart. If you're really in a really dark place, put that heart up there. I will reach out to you. I will try to get you some resources immediately. We have the pink heart if you're having some harmony and balance in your life. I had that midway through Monday and then it all crashed. Um, my dog helped me get through that. I was getting it in. I had the laundry in the I had one load in the washing machine. By the time I came home, I forgot that I had it in the washing machine. And I got frustrated. I said, I don't feel like washing no more. I just finished it today. He was looking at me like, did you not know? Taking uplifting, put some orange emoji hearts up there. If you're feeling optimistic and uplifting, put the orange emoji hearts up there. This is light blue if you're feeling relaxed and friendly. Light blue hearts if you're feeling relaxed and friendly. Put them light blue emoji hearts up there. Or white emoji heart if you're having some mixed emotions and some balance in your life and just want to do minimum things today, having some minimalists, put the white emoji heart up there, the white emoji heart up there. I haven't hit this in a while. I haven't hit this in a while. If you were having this type of day, put the brown emoji heart up there. If you're having this type of day, if you're having this type of day, throw them brown emoji hearts up there. We have these days. I know I do. I do. Trying to figure out again, why am I dark on my YouTube page? The light is not giving me no justice. If you're Miss Carter threw like 8 or 9 of those up there today. Just nah. The weather's beautiful. I'm liking this weather. I'm not liking that the sun is not out, but it's beautiful. If you're throw them yellow hearts up there. Throw them yellow hearts up there. I still have to put my flaming buddy on the mood, on our mood check form. So if you're frustrated, there's our flaming buddy, the flaming heart. If you're frustrated, there he is. Put the flaming heart up there. And again, if you were feeling like me, cool and self-restraint with some humbleness, there is that gray emoji heart. There he is, cool, self-restraint with some humbleness. I had a call today. The mother and the aunt wanted to help their son and their nephew out. And I was understanding, I was feeling the parents, I was feeling the aunts. And I said, well, where is he at? And they said, he's right here. I said, well, let me talk to him. There was a brief silence. And I guess they couldn't do anything but let me talk to him. And I said, what's up, dude? What's going on? And he said, I need some help. I said, what are you looking for? And he shut down. He didn't say anything. And mom and I said, tell them what you want. He said, I need some help. What are you willing to do, sir? And he wouldn't answer me. And I said, listen, this is an all-day, 24-hour, 7-day-a-week service. If you decide you want to go home right now, because he kept saying, I need a shower, I want to eat, I'm tired. If you decide today that you're going to go home, take a shower, get some rest, if you call us 4:30 in the morning, we will come get you. And he said, I just want to get a shower. Take a shower, sir. Take a shower. And the mom and the aunt realized that's all he wanted, to take a shower. Something simple as bathing. He was not in crisis, according to himself, mom, and auntie. It was like they need to get him to a place because they're so afraid. They just found him. They're so afraid if they don't get him help now, he's going to run off again. And all the man wanted was a shower. Be it he was high, but he just wanted to get a shower. Last heart. The black heart, if you're having some anger and sadness, and we typically don't deal with that emotion, those emotions a lot. Sadness and anger, we press them things down. We don't want to deal with it because sadness makes us feel too sad and glum. We don't like it. We'll ignore it. And then anger takes us to a place where we're either destroying something or destroying a person. And as I say, I don't have bail money. I don't keep that around anymore. I don't keep bail money around because if I do, I'm in jail. I spend it on shoes. I spend it on shoes. I don't keep bail money around. So tonight's topic is something controversial, I can say. It's a little, and it might be a part one and part two to this. I got a lot of juicy information here, a couple of pages. Yeah, it might be a part two to this. I want to take this slow. I want to take this real slow. Um, hey, my love. Hey, my love. Miss W. Lies, deception, and delusions, and how I spelled roll wrong on my paper. I spelled Roll. It's supposed to be Rola. How the role plays in your mental health. And I'm going to start out with childhood. Just keep this in mind. Childhood, from infancy to toddler to adolescent to teenager to pre-adult to young adult to elderly until you're gone. Just keep that in mind. So it's a lifespan. Okay. Lying, deception, and maybe delusions. Okay. It's stairs. It's levels to this thing. Okay, as they say, it's levels to lies, deception, and delusions. Because there's lies, and people say little white lies, and sometimes you have to lie to a person to keep from hurting them. I don't understand that. I don't believe in that at all. There's no such thing as a little white lie. They say little white lies is supposed to be pure and safe to someone. Um, ooh, I cannot use my iPad for Instagram. I can use it for research. I do think I looked up the white lie and the definition of it, but I did not. I don't think I wrote it down because I was like, I don't even want to get into little white lies because whatever. Nobody should be telling lies anyway. You're grown. But yeah. See, that's something about lying. But the premise about this is, and how it correlates with your mental health is lies mess with your mind, and then deceptions is something that you're perceiving from your sight, and then delusions is something that you're thinking from the mind. You get it? Are we all on the same runway? Not the same page, but the same runway, because this is going to be a walk. This is going to be a walk. The way society is right now, the news, our government, our way of life, social media, there's always lies, deceptions, and delusions that we're looking at. What's the truth? What's the truth now? Right? What are we looking at? What are we believing? What's really real? Okay. And talk to me, guys. Talk back to me. I really want a lot of feedback on this. It'll really help me get a good perspective on how everybody else was raised. I was raised a little bit differently. My grandma didn't play with the lion. She'll pluck your lips. She ain't play it. My mother didn't even. She date the lion. Didn't play it. There was no little white lies, black lies, no lies, low lives, or anything up in the Josie household when I was born. I don't know where someone got the lion ants and why, but not in Margaret Josie's house. He wasn't raised on that at all. So lying is an active, intentional act of communicating a known falsehood to mislead another person. That's lying. Deception is a broader act of attempting to trick or lead someone to believe something untrue, which can include lying, but also misrepresenting information, withholding truth, or presenting false evidence. Delusion, in contrast, is an internally held, unshakable belief that is false and not in line with reality. Held by the individual without intent to deceive or awareness that it is false. So the delusion is the belief by the person they don't even know that it's not real. So if they say there's a pink elephant over there, they see a pink elephant over there. They live in that thing. It's real to them. You cannot tell them that elephant is not pink and is right there. Got me? I'm going to go over this one more time. Lying is an intentional act of communicating a known falsehood to mislead another person. Deception is a broader act of attempting to trick or lead someone to believe something untrue, which can include lying, but also misrepresenting information. Just like the news. Like Fox. I'm putting them out there like Fox. Misrepresentation of information, withholding truth, or representing false evidence. Delusion, in contrast, is an internally held, unshakable belief that is false and not in line with reality, but held by the individual without intent to deceive or awareness that it is false. So delusion is something that the individual has a thought of. So their intent is not to believe, to deceive you, but they see that pink elephant is their reality. It's true. And Miss Carter said, come here, I can't. My mental health, I was all alone, no structure, no one to tell anything to. I learned to deal with life situations on my own. She said she had an imaginary friend. It was a movie came out like that. You remember that movie, Drop Dead Fred? It's a movie. She had to have, I think her parents was going through something. I don't know if they were going through a divorce. And Drop Dead Fred was her friend. And they had so much fun together. And as she got older, she forgot about Drop Dead Fred. She did things and she got older, he went away. And I think when he came back when she was going through something as an adult. And he came back, Drop Dead Fred. That was a great movie. It's a great movie. Now, lies is a deliberate act of convenience or convincing someone of a falsehood you know to be untrue. So an example is telling someone you completed a task when you know you haven't, to avoid getting in trouble. Like your mom said, did you wash them dishes? And you know you didn't wash the dishes. And you kind of go to bed knowing that you know you didn't wash the dishes. Your mama come up there and she was anything like my mama. She put the dishes and the water in the bed with you. Now you wet, you got bowls of spaghetti and dishes and suds up in your bed with you. Because you know you didn't wash some dishes. Call her, her imaginary friend name was Emily. So you lied and said you completed the task when you know you didn't, and now the thing you did was to avoid to get in trouble. Debbie says you had no one to care. What care about if the chores got done or not? So some people lie about their height. Some people lie about where they work at. Some people lie about their status, if they're single, if they're married, or if they're in a relationship, a situationship. Some people lie and say they don't have kids, and they do have kids. We tend to see that in men a lot. Deception is an attempt to trick or manipulate or beguile someone into false belief. Another word for beguile is charm. And beguile was used back in centuries, like in a witchcraft way. So charm or chat, attract or enchant, woo you or deceive you. Oh, that's a long one. What does that say there? Sheree said, I think when we have to teach children between lying and telling the truth, you have to be straight with them. But when you become aware of your lying, I mean, a lie is a lie. But when you have, I can't read this, Sheree. I want to teach your children between lying and telling the truth. You have to be straight with them. But when you become aware of your lying, I mean, a lie is a lie. But when you have an intent to hurt or deceive someone, that's a whole nother level. She says she taught her daughter to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because I'm the one that have to defend and help her in the situation. For me, and Carter said, for me, it describes a narcissist presently. We'll get to that. We'll get to what it does when you present things to children in that type of way. So deception is an attempt to trick or manipulate or beguile someone into false belief. Another word for beguile is again charm, attract, enchant, woo. I like that woo. I'm wooing you. Woo or deceive. Delusion is no intent to deceive. It's a belief held by the persons experiencing it. Again, an internal held fixation or fixed false belief that is congruent with reality. It's not explained by cultural background, and that person firmly believes that thing is true. Now, when I first came on the 988 hotline, and you would have somebody that was in a psychosis state, they was calling and they would say, the person's watching me, and I need help. And I'm like, they're watching you. I did not know. Sometimes we get frequent callers. Did we call them frequent callers on the line? And I did not know this at first. So I'm into what this person is saying. I want to keep this person safe, and I'm typing everything up, and I'm asking them, "Do you feel safe? I don't feel safe. You need to get someone over here." And I would call dispatch. And dispatch would say, "Oh, we know about that person." And the lady would say they're on her roof. They're on her roof, and she was Asian. They're on her roof. We know about her. There's nothing wrong. You can't send anybody out right now to check up on her. We'll do it. We'll do it later. I'm like, this lady is 76 years old, and she's saying somebody's on her roof. And so then I would call one of my coworkers, and he would say, "No, we know about her, Kimball. She's a frequent caller. Um, just stay with her in that moment and just make sure she's okay." I'm like, "What you mean stay with her in the moment?" She's saying somebody on her roof. This could be my grandma. And so when I would get off the line with her, I called him back, and he says, "No, in her psychosis, she does believe someone's on her roof. No one's on her roof, but just believe her delusion. Let her know, go check her windows, make sure her windows are locked. Let her know that her door is locked, and nobody can get in her place, and she can leave out of her place at any time. Let her know that the police can't come right now, and if she does not feel safe, she can leave her apartment at any time. They can't get in, but she can always leave her apartment at any time." So they firmly believe that this delusion is true. You can't talk them out of that delusion. It's kind of like the X-Files. Has anybody watched the X-Files? I used to love Mulder and his partner in the X-Files. Or the Twilight Zone. If you were inside the Twilight Zone, everything that happened in the Twilight Zone, you had to believe. But when you stepped out of the Twilight Zone, you were like, what a mess that was. That whole thing was a mess. So a delusion or delusional person, they think it's real. Every single thing, if the sky is falling like Chicken Little, the sky's falling. If they think somebody's watching them, someone's watching them. They can be paranoid. If they have a grandiose idea, meaning they think they're God, they think they're Kanye, they think they're a millionaire, that belief is absolutely true for that person. A person will believe they are being spied on by the government, even when there is no evidence to support that belief. We have a lot of people calling with that. Or people having those special encounters. They've seen God. They are a God. They had an encounter with God. Or vice versa. They are Satan themselves. Or the Antichrist. Now, how does this impact your mental health? How does this impact your environment? And how does this impact relationships with others? Lying in relationships can severely erode trust, creating emotional distance, and ultimately leading to relationships breakdown. Here it is. Small white lies. I know I looked it up. So I'm like, wait, this is ludicrous. Small white lies is a minor, often inconsequential lie told to avoid hurting someone's feelings or causing social awkwardness. If this fly don't leave me be. Causing social awkwardness. Harmless, we think it is. Example is telling a child a lie about Santa Claus. I never told my children about Santa Claus. Never. I did not want him to get all the glory and grace. Never. I worked too hard for my little bit of pennies to have them believe that some guy's gonna come on one day, just one day, and get them gifts. One day, just one day. And I worked 365, 366 And Santa coming? Didn't tell him about Santa Claus. What you want? I asked him all through the year, all through the year, what do you want? You may get what you want if you're doing what you need to be doing. Miss Scarlett said, my granddaughter know we are him. Okay. And so when my daughter got older, what did she do? Tell my grandson that there was a Santa. I said, why would you do that? Well, Mom, this can be fun for him. Fun for who? Did you not have fun in your childhood? Did you not get everything you wanted? Well, not everything technically, but did you not have a joyful childhood? Because you worked hard. I mean, you achieve things. And when you achieve things, you got everything that you got by making your accomplishments come. Why would you tell your son that there's a Santa Claus? So on his gift that he got from me, I put from Nene, because Santa ain't bring you nothing. Nene got you this. This is a good one. When someone say, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning. How are you?" Saying you fine when you're not feeling like you're fine, when you're actually feeling like you're down. That's one of them little white lies. A minor lie. This is a good one, ladies. Telling someone their new outfit looks nice, even when you don't like it. I'm gonna sip my water for them. Telling somebody their outfit look good when you don't like it. Ooh, you look nice in that. Little swipe, little what they call it. Small white lies is what they call a minor, often inconsequential lie told to avoid hurting someone's feelings. And Deb said, if you start lying, you have to keep it up. And it's hard for you. That we're gonna get into that part. Y'all got this all right there, Pat, huh? Lies can make your partner, your husband, your wife, your kids, your co-worker, your boss, anyone question everything the liar, the person that's telling a lie, says or does. This can lead to insecurities, doubt, and constant feelings of unease. My grandma used to say, if you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill. And if you kill, she don't want you in her. Grandma ain't pay that. You lie, you steal, you'll kill, you'll cheat. Don't be around me. I want you around me. I want you around me. I can't trust you. I don't want you in my house. That's not a good moral person, she would say. You can't trust somebody that lies to you. They'll do everything. Do in and everything, she said. Emotional distance and isolation. That's what that person will start doing. Lying can create a sense of distance between partners, even when they're physically close. Because Debbie hit the head right on the nose. Once you start lying, you have to keep those lies up. And remember the first lie you ever told. You got to keep them up. You got to keep them together. The person that lies may withdraw emotionally out of guilt or fear of being exposed. This can lead to feelings of resentment and anger. It can be difficult to share true thoughts and feelings, fearing judgment or further deception. Severe cases of breakdown of a relationship, loss of trust, emotional distance, communication breakdown can make it impossible to sustain a healthy partnership. This can affect your mental health. Both the partner, either the friend, The coworker, your boss, like, I don't know if I can count on them. They, maybe I won't give this person this task. I don't know. They work well, but I don't know if I can get them this task. I don't even know if I want to even promote them. They work really well, but I don't know if I can give them your family. Nah, we don't Lion Judy. No, I don't know. Ooh, you know how they can't keep the story straight. They can't be trusted. Even people in the congregation. Yeah, Sister Barbie. She kind of strange. She say one thing and do another. hmm You know what she said last Sunday? She didn't keep a promise. She didn't follow through. I don't know if I want to put her on the head of this board. Yeah. Deception can lead to anxiety, depression, and impaired relationships. It can erode your self-esteem. It can create emotional turmoil. It can create a distorted view of reality. Kind of like in the Matrix. You do and see one thing. Like when he said this, I don't know if this steak is real, but that steak looked beautiful. I don't even need, I haven't had beef. My daughter's 29. I haven't had beef. Wow, my God. In 25 years. A piece of steak, hamburger, brisket, name whatever red meat I haven't had in over 20 something years, 25 years. I haven't had. But I still know what it tastes like. So when he was cutting that piece of, I said, ooh, put some A1 sauce on it. Right? Maintaining lies require mental effort and can lead to cognitive dissonance. Mental health, mental discomfort and experiences when holding conflicting beliefs, ideas, or values, or when one's behavior is contradicted. Their beliefs, this discomfort motivates individuals to reduce the tension, often by changing beliefs, justifying actions, or adding new information. That means basically when you lie, and you can't remember the lie, you just add something else on here. And the person be like, what? Wait a minute, didn't you say? And now y'all probably got a little small argument going on. And then you like, just drop it. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. And see, with me, I challenge people. I'm like, well, wait a minute, no, I remember you said such and such and such and such. But God tells us don't keep and don't hold no grudges. Don't put no checks up there or anything. Don't keep no, especially with your partner, even with your family. Don't hold no checks up there and say I'm gonna check that off because that wasn't true. I'm gonna ask about that later. So why lie? But it's a learned behavior. You told your kid about Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, or if you can't make if you tell them that you're going to make their father do the dance, their recital, and you didn't make it, I'm gonna make it up to you, baby girl. I couldn't make it. I couldn't get off work early. I couldn't make it. X, Y, and Z happened. But I'm gonna make it up to you. The fear of being discovered. That's one of the things when you start to pile them on. You told the lie, it stuck a little bit, and now you have to hold that thing together. So you start piling things onto each other when you're getting questioned. So self-deception. Lying to oneself and believing the lie often is as a defense mechanism. So if I question you about it, like, why, what you say happened again? You're like, oh yeah, I was with Craig and, we went here, and now you adding stuff onto it. Now you believe in your own story. Okay. Hinders self-development. It impedes healthy relationships and even motivate harmful actions. Because now my loyalty, I'm questioning you. Like, what? I don't think I want to. Again, divvy this task out to you. I can't. I don't want to divvy this task out to you. I can't trust that that's going to happen. Or if you was with another person and now you got this other person in the mix and they involved, I don't even know if I can trust them, because they knew that I needed you for such and such, and you was with them. I don't even think I can trust them. You see how now you got John and Peter in some mess. Self-deception can lead to a distorted perception of reality and make it harder to make sound decisions. And that's why I'm not going to say a lot of, many women are so independent and do things by themselves. Because we're only going to ask maybe once or twice. And if men move at a slow pace, and if they give us, I'll do it, and it doesn't get done, we ask you again, remember you said you was going to do X, Y, and Z? Yeah, but such and such happened, and me and Craig, and I forgot, I'm going to do it, hold on. After that third time, we getting that thing done. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. That honey to-do list, you keep that list. I got things to do. And that's why I say, God rest my grandma's soul, that curse of being an independent woman locked in so well. Because she said time waits for no man. He ain't getting it done when you ask him to get it done. You didn't ask once. It was important. That one time it was important. If you ask him, it was important. If you got to ask him twice and he ain't move on it the third time, baby, go get that thing yourself. Go and get the thing yourself. Because the first time it was important. The impact on your self-esteem. Lying can lower your self-esteem as an individual struggling to reconcile their actions with their values. Everybody was taught when they were younger. Who wasn't taught don't tell a lie? What did George Washington do with the cherry tree people? And what happened to him? Everybody was taught when they were younger, do not tell a lie. I'm gonna go ahead and do deceptions, but next week we're gonna finish off with the rest of this. I told you it's gonna be a part two. Deception can have physical consequences, including elevated heart rate, and cortisol levels. This can regulate your metabolism. It can help control your blood sugar levels, produce the adrenal glands. It can manage stress response, weight gain, fatigue, high blood pressure, easily bruising. It can have low levels of Addison disease, gastrointestinal issues, and normally it says people lie to get what they want. It's also a defense mechanism, they say, but people lie to get what they want, to protect oneself or others from harm. Self preservation is used to avoid blame, embarrassment, or negative consequences from one's actions. It's a learned behavior, people. Maintaining a relationship, avoiding conflicts, and saving face. My grandson is 4. He will not incriminate. She said, incriminate. She said, my grandson is 4. He will not incriminate himself at 4. He'll be like, no, I didn't do it. I'm looking right at you. Let me tell you something. Children watch you, they are sponges. If they see you do something, you say one thing and do another, they're going to be right with you. They learn from us. They learn from us. Everything they see, they pick up. They are computers. They're sponges. They will pick it right up. When my daughter moved out, my grandson had the same behaviors as she did. He would come home, go straight to his room, and close the door every single day. And I'm telling my husband, I'm like, he is in his room like it's like that's the only place he can be in the house. Um, my daughter just did not want to be around us at all. I don't know why. So she would come home from work. Either she was tired or she just didn't want to cohabitate with people. And she would come home and just go in her room and close the door. She wouldn't come out unless she had to go to the bathroom, unless she wanted to get something to eat, and she would be right back in her room. And my grandson used to do the same thing. But when my daughter moved out and he decided to stay with us, I went to his room and I knocked on his door and we had a conversation. I said, you don't have to stay in your room if you don't want to. I said, this whole house belongs to you. I said, so if I crack my door and have my door cracked, that means you're welcome to come in my room and talk. And so if your room is closed, that means you want privacy. I have to knock on your door to see if you want me to come in, or I have to knock on your door and for you to have your door open for me to come in. But if you crack your door, that means I can come in, not first, and I can come in and talk to you. So let's have that agreement. If your door is open, cracked, I can knock. That you're inviting me in. But if your door is closed, that means you want some privacy. But come out of your room. Come out sometimes. You don't have to be in there. First of all, our TV is much, much bigger than yours. Our TV is much, much bigger than yours. Don't you want to enjoy that big screen TV downstairs with all the surround sound and things like that? Come out of your room. You don't have to stay in your room. And my grandson started coming out of the room. He'll come downstairs and he'll sit and he'll talk. He loves hugs. And I love his hugs. He'll come behind me and he'll give me a hug. He'll come in front of me, he'll give me a hug. He'll sit on the floor. He has my dog coming up the steps down. My dog never came up them steps unless my husband said, Zeus, come up the steps. That was real. That dog comes up them steps. He puts his paw on his door. My grandson opens his door, and Zeus has a special place. I never seen it though, in his room. See how kids mimic other people in the house, in the environment. Kids mimic what they see. So somebody else was incriminating themselves. Right. Your grandson said, I ain't doing it. Kids pick those things up. And so the first place a child learns small lies is with the parent. So if you ever told your child you was going to do something, if you ever promised you was going to do something and you didn't follow through with that, your children are learning those things. They're marking them off in their minds. No matter how small or young you think your kid is, they remember those things. They're caught in the back of the mind. And when something happens to them, when they get older, they bring that memory right to the front. It brings it right fresh to the front of the mind. And they remember, you lied to me at such and such time. And they'll pour that lie up. And today, that's what society is doing. Social media. You see people, you think they got so much money. And as I was telling somebody today, they beat on the floor. They eat out of pot. They ain't got no fashion bills on the side of their face like they say. We're living in a world that flashes lies, deception, and delusions. They think America is a great place, like heaven, the land of milk and honey. We got a maid over here because we have choice, we have freedom. We got the right to bear arms. We got our fundamental rights to freedom. Do everybody know what those fundamental rights are? And let's hope that we don't get those things taken away from us. Our fundamental rights is a group of rights that the Supreme Court recognizes as being fair and legal, and are also right that are listed in the Bill of Rights. Does everybody know what the Bill of Rights are? Freedom of religion. You can have any religion you want. You can worship anything you want. It can be a monkey. It can be a bike. Freedom of religion. The Fourth Amendment, due process. The right to privacy. The right to freedom of speech. The right to interstate. The right to intrastate, to travel back and forth. We have the right to do all of that. The right to equality. The right to assembly. The right to bear arms. The Second Amendment. We have all of those rights. Countries and states don't have rights like we have right here in America. So this is a land of milk and honey. This is heaven to some other people, which, to us, it's much of a lie or deception or delusion. So next Wednesday, I will be finishing up on this. I'm going to put some I think some articles that I was reading in the chat, some other resources in the chat for tonight. It's a nice topic. Guys, that is all for tonight. I will see you next Wednesday. Next Wednesday is the 13th. Wow, that's my brother's birthday. Have a good night. Be safe, guys. You've been on the Trap Lounge. I am your trap therapist, Kimball Evans. Have a good night.